In this video, I'll show you how to set up a small Active Directory lab at home to configure ASREPRoast and Kerberoasting attacks. I'm using VirtualBox and a Windows Server standard evaluation. The installation is simple, and I'll show you how to quickly configure the Windows Server to act as a domain controller. First, click on Manage, add rules and features. Next, select role-based or feature-based installation. Click on Next. Next, select Active Directory Domain Service. Add features. Next. 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 Install. When it's finished, select Close, select Notification, and then promote this server to a domain controller. Add a new forest, give the root domain name whatever you want. I'm using the name of my channel. Next, then enter a password. Next, finally click Install. The server will now reboot and be ready to go. Remember that the ASREProast attack is a method of attacking which an attacker attempts to obtain password hashes for users who do not require pre-authentication in the Kerberoast protocol, which makes it easier to crack password later. To do this, we'll create a user. I'm going to create a user named ASREProast. You can create a user via PowerShell using the following command. The first part of the command creates a security password and stores it in the variable password. Convert to a security string. The cmd-let is used to convert a plain text value into a security string, which can be used as a password. As plain text, this option indicates that the provided value is treated as a plain text. Force, this option forces the conversion to a security string, even if it doesn't meet the default security requirement. The second part of the command creates a new user in Active Directory with the provided information. New add user, this cmd-let is used to create a new user in Active Directory. Name, this set the user's name as ASREProast. Description, here a description is provided for the user, which in this case is ASREProast attack. Enable true, this enables the user account, meaning the account will be active and ready for use. Account password, here the user's password is set using the variable password, which contains the security string we created earlier. Now we'll make this user vulnerable to the ASREProast attack by selecting the parameter do not require Kerberoast pre-authentication. Set AD account control. This is used to modify the account control settings of an Active Directory user account. ID, this specifies the user account with the ID or username, in this case ASREProast, that you want to modify. Does not require pre-auth true. This part of the command sets the does not require pre-auth attribute of the user account to true. Now you can launch the following PowerShell command to extract the list of users with Kerberoast pre-auth not required. Get AD user, this is used to retrieve AD user accounts based on specified criteria. Filter, does not require pre-auth equal true. This part of the command sets a filter to select user accounts where the does not require pre-auth attribute is equal to true. In other words, is looking for user accounts that don't require pre-authentication. Properties does not require pre-auth Here you specify that you want to retrieve the does not require pre-out property for the selected user accounts. This allows you to access and display this specific attribute in the results. The last command, the output will show the username, some account name, and whether the user account requires pre-authentication. In this case, does not require pre-out. I find it much easier and faster to do all of this configuration from the terminal, but you can also do it through the Windows graphical user interface by clicking around. It's your choice. Now we need to test on our attacker machine to see if the user is vulnerable to the ASREProast attack by using the impacted tools. Now we have a valid user and their hash. We can crack that hash with John. Now I verify the obtained credential using CrowdMapExec. In this way, taking advantage of the ASREProast attack, we obtain the credential of a user. Now, with these credentials, we could execute a Kerberoasting attack and try to get hashes from other users of the machine that are Kerberoastable. In the next video, we will create a new user who is vulnerable to Kerberoast attack, and with the credential we currently have, we will try to obtain the credential of this new user. Until next time.